Hello friends, let's try to count the number of triangles in this figure. I will give you a minute, you can pause the video and we will move on to see the solution for this. Coming to the solution, I hope you guys have counted the number of triangles. There can be two possible silly mistakes that can be done in counting the number of triangles. One is double counting the same triangle again in your count. And the second one is missing out on counting a specific triangle. So in this video, our idea is to explain the very logical way of solving such problems so that there are no mistakes at all. The first part of the solution lies in identifying the different types of triangles that exist in this figure. So I will note the type, and then the second part, the second piece of this identification problem is counting the number of squares it contains. We will go on with an example. Let's look at this triangle. Now, it is an acute angled triangle and it lies within this one square. So I'm just going to write down 1 here, and this triangle now is unique in its shape and size, and these type of triangles can be found across in this figure. Now the next type of triangle that we can find in this figure is a right angled triangle like this, and again this is also within one square. So I'm just going to note down a right angled triangle within one square. Now the next parts are going to be slightly trickier, and if you've missed out, just note it and you can try counting the total number of triangles again. So this is a slightly bigger triangle. Again, it's an acute angled triangle, but it spans across two squares here. So I'm going to note down 2, and this type of triangle again can be found in the figure. You can give it a shot. Moving on, there is one large triangle like this that can also be found in the figure. It is a right angled triangle, and if we count the number of squares it spans across, it's going to be 1, 2, 3. So in total, I'm writing it down as 3. Moving on, the idea will be to look at such triangles and count the specific number of triangles which follow these shape. Now we'll start with the acute angle triangle of size 1. So this is the first square that we can find, second, third, fourth. So within one small square we can see 4 such triangles, and if we keep on counting across in different squares, we see that the total number of triangles with acute angles and one within one square will be 4 into 4, 16. So I keep noting it down as acute angled of size 1, in total to be 16. Moving on, our next part of the identification was a right angled triangle like this. So if we count the number of squares within one square, count the number of triangles within one square, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. So in one small square, it is 4. Similarly, if we keep on counting across different squares, it should be 4 into 4, 16. So here we can see all these 4 are very much identical to each other. And I note down right angle triangle with size of square 1 as 16. Coming to the third part of the identification, we saw such triangles which span across two squares, and we can see the mirror image and then spanning on the top and right. 4 such triangles, and all these 4 had one edge on the outside of the square. Similarly, we can see these type of triangles which have an inside edge. So 4 plus 4, 8 such triangles that span across two squares. And coming to the last part, this is a right angle triangle that spans across three squares. Now, if we count the number of triangles like these, we can see there are 4 such triangles. So we just can see all these type of triangles exist, and if we count, the total comes out to 44. I hope you guys were also able to solve it. If not, then you can see probably what you double counted or what you missed. Thank you for watching the video. Hope you liked it.